This is Newsmakers Extra. I'm joined by Dr. Glenn Wilkerson and Dr. Rebecca Sanford. We've been talking about the different kind of way that the ARC group really has come in and made a difference in the Aldine ISD school system in terms of creating relationships that help these students really feel wanted, and that kind of helps alleviate stress in them. And you've talked about these tremendous numbers within the school system, that the numbers of suspensions have gone way down. That's that's part of our program that you'll be able to see at 10:30. But let's talk about how this overall program, how does it impact the level of violence that is not in schools as a result of this program, you think?
The actions of school shooters are demonic and monstrous, but the kids themselves aren't monsters. Every school shooter is a child that is dealing with these intense, horrible feelings of being unloved and unwanted. And most of them come from homes that are dysfunctional or maybe non-existent. They're ridiculed, shunned, ostracized at school. Many of them are bullied. And the upshot of it is, I think, encapsulated in a kid that's a killer that was quoted in Newsweek as saying, "I'd rather be wanted for murder than not wanted at all." And the solution, the research shows that the solution is to get every child connected with at least one adult who's primary to that child's life in a relationship of unconditional love. And we may not be able to go into kids' homes, but we can sure make an impact at school. And just make no mistake about it, our best hope of curtailing school violence is for every campus to institute a program that allows teachers to provide the unconditional love that enables students to feel valued and loved and cared for.
And you've been doing that at your school now for a number of years.
Going on 7 years now.
And so what does that look like? When he says it, it sounds, you know, wonderful and loving, but what does that look like in practical sense?
Well, in practical sense, the teachers have met for the past 6 years, twice a month, in teacher-only groups. It's absent of administrators. There's an ARC facilitator that not only volunteers, but is also trained to facilitate the groups. And in those groups, teachers are able to talk about problematic situations, concerns that they may have about children, whether it's their behavioral or emotional status. And then the group collectively, whether they're a first-year teacher or teacher with 20 years of experience, they're able to just have a circle, a round table around different strategies and implementing those ARC principles in terms of how to deal with that child's behavior while making sure that they safeguard that child's social emotional status.
Is it beneficial? Why is it so beneficial for them to have their conferences without administrators?
Right, it's a safe platform. So they don't have to worry about being judged. Anything that they say will not be held against them in a punitive measure. They are surrounded by their peers, and that's their peer support group. So not only is the ARC group and the ARC circle, you know, supportive of teachers' unconditional love of students, it's also providing a very strong support group for teachers themselves.
Dr.
Wilson, have a tremendous impact on elevating the social emotional climate
of the school. Right, exactly.
What do you mean by that? Social emotional climate?
Well, if teachers are coming together twice a month for 1 hour on a regular basis, everything's confidential, they have a support group.
Gotcha.
And you have 4 or 5 of those support groups at a school. It just elevates the entire social emotional atmosphere of the school.
And this is on several levels. We're not just talking about middle schools or high schools. How many other levels do you deal with, specifics in elementary, middle, and high?
We have ARC for pre-K and kindergarten teachers, ARC for secondary teachers, and ARC for elementary teachers. So at every level, teachers being on the same page in terms of disciplining the behavior, but doing so in a manner that allows a child to feel valued and loved.
Well, I know that you're hopeful that this would catch on across the country. What are your biggest dreams about what the ARC group is going to be able to do as far as impacting children in this country?
We'd like for every school to have programs that help teachers to provide the unconditional love that helps kids to feel valued and loved. And we're talking with some state and some national legislators about looking not just at gun control and that sort of thing, but looking at the root cause of the problem, which is kids feeling unloved and unwanted. And attacking that problem will go a long way in terms of curtailing school violence.
And I'm sure that if they need somebody to say, okay, is there any proof, you'll step up for that, won't you?
Yes, sir, absolutely. And you know, we take a lot of pride in the relationship piece and the culture that our school has really embodied, thanks to the ARC group. And you know, every month we do a little thing where we call Teacher of the Month, and students are able to, during their lunch period, nominate a student, nominate a teacher who they feel has made an impact in their life for that month. And Cambrell, I get stacks and stacks every month, and I enjoy reading every single one of those nominations. And in every single one, there's a common underlying theme, and that's my teacher cares about me. My teacher loves me. When I'm not at school, my teacher worries about me. If I'm not having a good day, my teacher pulls me to the side to talk to me. So that's my dream. My dream is for every student to feel belonged and loved in school.
Well, that kind of makes me want to go back to school almost.
Well, you know, basically kids who feel loved perform better, behave better, and they don't shoot up schools.
Couldn't say it any better than that. Dr. Wilkerson, Dr. Sanford, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. Good luck with the ARC. Good luck with Hambrick Middle School. What's your mascot? What's
Hawks. We're the Hambrick
Hawks.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to the Hambrick Hawks. Thank you, and thank you for tuning in for Newsmakers Extra.